Hey there. Today the moon continues in Leo following yesterday's Leo new moon. So we're beginning a new moon cycle. We're still in that phase of mystery and connection to the unknown as we go through that process of rebirthing ourselves, resetting ourselves for what we are going to learn and how we are going to grow in the coming moon cycle. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Friday, July 25th. So the moon continues in Leo, but it's still very new, right? We don't see it yet. And so when the moon and the sun join up, the moon disappears, partly because it's in the rays of the sun, but partly because we're seeing the backside of the moon. So we are literally uh, on the opposite side of the moon from the sun. So we're looking at the dark side of the moon. And then slowly, as the moon makes its uh, circle, its orbit, its cycle, and moves away from the sun, we get that first glimmer of the waxing crescent, which gives us that glimpse of what is to come, the returning of the light. So while we're in this process of rebirthing ourselves, going into the mystery, connecting with the unknown, we have a profound opportunity to reset our ideas of how we view the world and ourselves, and specifically with this new moon in Leo, we're thinking about self and self expression and what it means to express ourselves, to be seen, to shine our light, to be who we are in the world. And creatively, coming from that place of who we are authentically, that is the invitation, right? We don't have to respond to that invitation, but if we choose to, we have an opportunity to feed that developing self and that unfolding awareness of who we are and what we're capable of. We also have Mercury retrograde, so adding that to the mix, this is really a time of, and Mercury is retrograde in Leo. So this is really a time of deepening into ourselves. So not only are we deepening in and connecting with mystery, but we are also, and the unknown, but we're also reviewing what we knew, what we think we know, going over old territory to ask ourselves if that's what I thought or what I think. Do I want to reconsider that? Is there something new that is here for me to see or something to be revealed? And so, as I was sharing yesterday with the Leo new moon and that energy of as the tide goes out, you have something revealed that was being hidden by the tide that came in, right? So those tide pools are these teeming pools of life with all kinds of critters. If you've never seen one, they are totally worth exploring, or you could probably find pictures and videos online and stuff. But the tide pools are full of creatures and creatures that have a life and an entire universe that we couldn't see or didn't weren't aware was happening until that tide went out, where now we can connect with the presence of the creatures in that tide pool. We can see them, right? We can start to pay attention. So, what is that inside of ourselves, right? What is that deeper place of ourselves that is being revealed, that maybe we're coming in touch with, that has been below the surface where we weren't paying attention or we couldn't see it or we were distracted by what else was going on in our lives? That deeper place of seeing that truth and accessing that truth to put it more fully into our creative self-expression. So that could be different for each of us, right? What is unfolding for you, what you are noticing, what you are learning about yourself, and how that translates to how you are seen in the world, how you express yourself, how you do your creative work. So there could be some deepening into understanding your creative process. There could be also some new awareness about how you want to be seen and how what that looks like. And so things as simple as your appearance, just asking yourself, is this genuinely me? Is this reflecting me? Or maybe is this reflecting who I was in the past and there's something I need to change to begin to reflect what I'm becoming, or even more powerfully, what I want to invest in, what I want to create. So thinking about the qualities, and as we set our intentions for this new moon, because we're still in that new moon vibe. You could set your intentions powerfully as long as you're within a couple of days of the new moon, either before or after. So you got a window, and even if you miss the window, you can still set your intentions, because you can always set your intentions to align with that new moon, even if it's past in time, right? Okay, so what was I saying? So as we set our intentions, we can connect with those qualities we want to develop, we want to see manifest, we want to invest in, we want to experience. So whether that's like something you're healing, something you're working on, something you want to work more smoothly, or whether that's just something you want to create for your future, something you envision, connect with those positive qualities and be clear about them. So I always recommend writing out your intentions if that is, some of us are more word people than others. It maybe it's drawing a picture, or maybe it's connecting with a place. Right? This is the place that has the qualities that are really important to me. This is a place where I experience beauty. And so I'm going to set my intentions to create more of that place, right? It's whatever brings positive qualities in. And so writing it out is one way of doing that, but there are many ways to set those intentions, and they don't always have to be verbal. So if you don't have the right words or don't feel like that's your thing, do it with a picture, do it with music, do it with something that brings love into your heart, a time, an experience, a place. So setting those intentions. And then when you connect with what are those positive qualities? Is it joy? Is it freedom? Is it the ability to move, to be free of pain? Is it the ability to have positive communication with someone in your life? Whatever those qualities are, maybe you can affirm them by how you treat yourself, how you nourish yourself, how you think about yourself, and that can be reflected through your things like the way you express yourself, things like your appearance, things like the kinds of artwork you have in your space, or the kinds of music you listen to that can encapsulate and remind you of those positive qualities that you want to cultivate. So if it's healing and freedom and ease you want to cultivate, create a space around you that feels easeful and free and light. Maybe removing clutter would support you in that, or create or have clothing or hairstyle or something about your appearance, because Leo is about how we're seen, something that reflects those positive qualities that you want to bring in. So colors, that I'm not a color person, but some people are. And so maybe there are colors that you can bring in that reflect those qualities. And this is a perfect time to anchor those positive intentions by um, experiencing them or validating them through things in your environment, things about your appearance, things about where you spend time or how you spend time, just bringing positive qualities in, and a little bit goes a long way. It's the quality of intention that you bring, not being 100% perfect about everything, but being positive in your intentions. Even if that's for a moment, it goes a long way. So, taking a deep breath, feeling your connection to the earth, and then inviting those qualities into your body, feeling them grow and expand in your body. That's a great, simple exercise you can do to affirm those outcomes that you want to create. And through this moon cycle, you will be learning more about self expression, more about creativity and your creative process. So set those intentions. All right. Thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms. You can book a reading with me at astrologyheals.com. Learn more about me and my member site in the description for this video. I've got lots more to share with you, so check that out. And thank you for being here and hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate you, and I love hearing about how this lands for you. All right, I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.